What's up, everybody? Back again, Warp Charge Gaming. It is I, George, and there's the button. There's James. Hey, James, how are you?
Hey, I was pretending I was on a roller coaster because it's been a while.
Yeah, it looked like a good ride, man. 83. We've tried some episodes in between. We had some faulty stuff go down. This is going to be episode 83. Officially, it is in the title. But yeah, welcome back, everybody that might be tuning in here shortly. It is Thursday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 2020. We're in January and a new year.
Whoa.
Happy New Year, everyone. But yeah, we talk about games. We do tabletop wargaming, and particularly 40K, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, Kill Team, and Infinity are the subjects. 40K is our top, our most, our deepest backdrop of what we cover here. I would say, even though I've been on a tangent of lots of different things over the past couple months. But man, I am pretty excited right now about 40K. Particularly, I'm excited about 2020 and the events we got going on, James. We are throwing down.
Dude, I saw there's like 15 for like the first half of the year or some shit.
I just posted 20 events.
Oh, wow.
Yep. I'm going to be participating in 25 events between here and June. So over the course of the year, should be about 50 events. But Battlegrounds is our home store. You guys can see it right there on our kind of our header there. But that's where I'm at right now. James is in Antioch, Illinois, home of the Adepticon. Excited about Adepticon. I just bought my tickets right before we got on here.
Dude, I'm actually wearing an old Adepticon shirt right now.
Right, respect. It's definitely an awesome event. Nova Open and Adepticon's kind of our stomping grounds when it comes to major tournaments. James went to Nova Open this past year with me for the first time. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm coming back to Adepticon for the third time. First year I played 40K, second year Kill Team, and this third year I'm going to play Infinity. So I can't be more excited. Glad there's still some tickets left, and I was able to get in there. Everything else is sold out, of course.
Dude, it's crazy to think that this is my 5th Adepticon.
Yeah, nuts. Yeah, time keeps on slipping, dude.
Slipping.
I mean, we're talking about a bunch of events. We're talking about stuff selling out. Let's go ahead and give a quick segue. We've been off the grid for a minute, so we got to cover some news. I kind of want
dude, yeah. I mean, holidays happen, and I mean, that time of year always makes it rough for everyone planning, and especially when you have like people that you need to get together with.
Definitely.
And then you over here doing some bullshit, taking up another week.
Yep, New Year's was a little crazy. I'm a musical performer of sorts, and went and played some music, had an epic party with my crew, and we threw down hard here in Richmond, Virginia. So had to participate that on a heavy-handed way, and it was awesome and well worth it, but glad to be back. So as far as what's going to go down, we waited all the way through all the way through last year before it took me until just the last week to even plan 2020. I mean, it was so much shit hitting the fan as far as handling and responsibilities, both in the gaming world and outside of it. I couldn't even think about the future. I just got my Adepticon ticket because there was so much going on. It was hard to imagine my plans in March. There we go. There's Christopher Herrera. Yep.
And it's good. Infinity is such a small game that no one plays for you to be able to get a ticket.
Yeah, pretty much. But we got to honorable mention that our man Chris, who usually joins us on the show, he is floating out there in the world right now. He's in Portugal.
He's in South America.
He's not in Portugal.
He's South America.
Chile.
We could say South America. He's in South America.
He's in that whole continent. He's up in you, and he'll be back in the States tomorrow. Look forward to seeing Chris come back. Look forward to seeing Chris come back to the Richmond area and getting some games on. But he's excited about the major coming up, and that's what we're getting ready to hype up here, is that one, blam, here is our 2020 tournament schedule for the Season 3 of our Battle in the Warp Tournament League. That's the first 6 months of the year here. January, taking a little break, kicking it off in February. Super pumped about the February 22nd event because it is another major that we're partnering up with Coastal Wargaming with. And
Major Live.
Over this past week, we sold out, man. Just like Adepticon, just like Nova, we rocked our 64 ticket capacity, and we now have a wait list of about 20 people, man. So pretty wild. If you guys want to come to the Reckoning, I hope that we can see you there. Go ahead and get on that wait list and we'll see what happens. You never know if we squeeze a few more capacity in there with so much demand. Very excited. I think that was helped get spawned whenever we posted the prize support. Here's a look at that flyer. The prize support's dope. I mean, when you got about $3,000 in ticket entries there, we do 100% payout, and we're going to be giving all of that back to the people that attend.
Wait, George, 100% payout. So like people like yourself and the store owner and all these people don't make any money for their time that day?
Man, we do it for the love. We do it for the community. Yeah, it's crazy.
Damn, son.
Speaking of value, James actually did, he's a designer for Warp Charge, and he just put together our custom objective markers. You guys can see on the screen there. These are those new neoprene objective markers, the exact circumference of the aura of an objective. Have an inner and outer line for 3 inches from the center and 3 inches from the edge. Awesome for the tabletop and being able to increase the potency of your games by not having to measure constantly or have any arguments about is someone touching an objective. As you can see, the number 6 there, they'll be numbered 1 through 6, and everyone that attends will get a set of objective markers at a $25 value. That's half the cost of their ticket right there. So
wow.
Yep, not only is it like 3Gs in prize support, but it's also every single person gets a set of these objective markers, which is also exciting because
even if you lose, you win?
That's right. And even if you lose, you still have a chance to win, because we even have like brackets for every 16 players. You have a chance to get a top spot within side of your own kind of player skill. So it's and not to mention every round there's a $100 giveaway. It's ridiculous. On top of that, though, we're going to have our first set of our own Battlegrounds Warp Charge objective markers. We're going to have about 30 sets of these, probably a little bit less because they're going to quickly go to the people that have already raised their hand. But if you want some of these, limited quantity, $25 a set of 6. Those will be gone pretty quick, I reckon, but then we'll get some more. This comes from 3D6 Gaming. Awesome objective marker. They have all kinds of different stuff. They have tokens, counter, score counters, and all kinds of things. So definitely appreciate them and what their service they're offering, and them being able to get this to us in a timely fashion for us to get it to our people at our tournament. So super pumped about that. And we just showed the season 3 flyer. Let's also show you guys that we had season 2 finished off, and we had our winners for 40K, Sigmar, and Kill Team. And we selected in the store here to give them the Realms of Battle Warhammer terrain sets. So basically the 6x4 boards with the customized textured tiles.
I really want Sexter Imperialis tiles. Those are so awesome tiles.
Yeah, they make
tiles.
Killer display boards too.
I know, I want one.
I thought I had an image of one of our buddies holding one up here. Doesn't look like it though. But yeah, pretty sweet prize support. Stoked on that. Big thanks to Battlegrounds for supporting us and our community and being able to give awesome prizes like that. In additional, there's a lot of things we've done over the past couple weeks. We have also created an additional Infinity channel. As you guys might have known, one I've been talking about like crazy, but it's been clogging up our GW content on our YouTube. So we've created an additional peripheral YouTube channel. Very meager and humble right now with like 14 subscribers. But if you want to see us creating Infinity content, then go to Infinity the Game Battle Reports, and you can check those out. Just posted a fresh one today. What's awesome about the
hey, not only is it fresh, tell them what's extra fresh about it.
That's what I was going to do. Yeah, what's super sweet about it is that the bat rep that I just posted today is what we just added to the Warp Charge rig. It's really going to enhance the dynamics of our battle report. We have just gone to 4 cameras. It's something we've been mentioning on the talk show for weeks past now. Couldn't do it without the help of our Patreon supporters. Big love to you for that. Which reminds me, if Sebastian Kling out there in Sweden sees this, I got your dice sent out, buddy. I got you your paint racks sent out. He chose for his Patreon reward a few of our 3D printed paint racks and some custom Warp Charge dice. So happy to get that out to you, my friend. You'll see that in the mail down the line.
But was not happy about the $40 in shipping.
Yeah, it was really expensive. Got to figure out what we're going to do about this international stuff. But what's super sweet, guys, is we've added a 4th camera. So for funsie here, check this out. So let's see if I can show it to you quick style. So right there you can see our green screen cam in the bottom left there as an example that there's another camera running. And then blam, now you're looking at the board right now. That's going on right as we speak. Here's the top down to the Infinity board we played earlier. And then what's super fun is here I am on the Rebel there. There's a third camera. Love it. And then you're watching me right now on the fourth camera. So this is really beneficial. We can get player views during the tournaments. I think I'm going to either do a kind of screen-on-screen action where you can see the players from a wide-angle lens and kind of see the emotions of the players and who you're listening to as they play. While in our actual bat reps, I'm doing close-up perspective, like model side perspective. Oh, weird. Oh, thanks for that heads up there. Apparently on Twitch, we're only streaming audio and not video. Weird.
Interesting.
Well, get off of Twitch then. That obviously isn't working correctly right now.
It works perfectly on YouTube.
Yeah, that's weird. Now I want to go check. Chris, I know you're out there right now, buddy. Go do some quality control and see if we're streaming only audio on Twitch or if that's just our friend Marty.
Yeah, and find a way to fix it.
Yeah. I'm glad for the heads up. I can certainly fix it on the back end. I'm not sure why that's happening right now, but we're going to keep rolling with it. Black screen, sad times. Weird. Yeah, jump off of that Twitch there, bro. You need to come over to
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube's or Facebook, man. That's the beauty of streaming on 3 platforms, but also the negative because one could be going wrong and we'd never know it. I'm sure there's a way to fix it, but I'm not going to try too hard right yet. So, you guys have seen some updates here. We got our Season 2 Tournament League posted. You can see all those dates and go ahead and pre-register and sign up and all that via the Battlegrounds Facebook page or the Warp Charge Gaming events page. You can see the tournaments that are not listed on there. We said I'm doing 25 events. 15 of them are in our Season 3 Tournament League, but additionally we're running Warcry. And of course, I'm also going to be going to all the Infinity events at the store here, which happen every month up through June. So pumped on that. We got our 4th camera. And we have sweet custom objective markers on the way, and we have a sold-out February 22nd major event partnered with Coastal Wargaming. So, damn, could I not be more pumped?
Yeah, you can. You can.
I could be. You know what, James? Here's something else to be pumped about. You ready? What's also sick is that, thank you, Morty, for jumping over from the Twitch land there. What's also super sick is that Coastal Wargaming, they have amazing terrain. That's one of the big reasons we partner with them, besides being awesome people that run great events. But they have great terrain that they've made as a community. And Battlegrounds is going to be investing in this terrain. So when they come to the tournament with all that amazing stuff, they're only going to leave with half of it, as we're going to keep we have about 16 tables in the store at all times, and we're going to buy 16 tables worth of their custom tournament-ready terrain. This is the same terrain that was used at Nova. They literally got invited to, or asked to volunteer, if you will, as they wanted to expand the Nova capacity. And 32 of the tables that were at Nova were put on by Coastal Wargaming. So these are super official. You got the big L's with no multi-levels, no windows. Even if you play true line of sight, the terrain is made for that type of play style, and you won't even have to argue about whether you can see through this or not. So it's going to be super pro, man. It's gonna really be great for the 2020 season, having all of that great new gear that people can consistently rely on. And also, the sweet thing about the February 22nd tournament is that it's the kickoff to the 2020 ITC season, happening right after LVO and the kind of the precursor to Adepticon as we play the Adepticon missions. I'm excited that the 2020 missions actually came out. You got any chance to look over them at all, James? Or
I just took a quick glance.
Yeah, I haven't checked them out too hard either. I know that I've been getting asked questions like, are we using their terrain rules? Definitely. We're pretty much using the packet entirely, in any restrictions or FAQs they come out with for the event, minus any hobby rules. So we do allow...
Please tell everyone, just Adepticon. Email Adepticon, bro.
Yeah,
email
right?
Adepticon. This is literally a primer for Adepticon.
Right. I just keep
to say what
myself.
It is.
I'm just like, yo, we're going to play it exactly as it says. So I don't know what it says because I haven't read it all the way, but we're going to do that. Damn. Oh, nice. Connor out there says he wants to play again. He wants to challenge Connor's Eldar. Nice. Haven't seen Connor on the channel in a hot sec. Guy needs to get up here to Battlegrounds.
Ooh, is that a call out?
That's a call out. Connor, if you're out there, I just called you out, dude. Man,
Ooh.
I got a pretty sweet list right next to me. Wonder if I can.
How sweet is it?
I wonder how sweet I can. How
Dude,
much I can.
there
increase this.
was an FAQ that had all the new chaos stuff in it and the new Blood Angel stuff.
Yeah.
And one thing I found that was super sweet is for the Red Butchers and like making your Terminators fight twice, like upgrading them. It always said Terminator's keyword. Well, in the FAQ, a Chaos Lord and Terminator armor is allowed to use it.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh.
I don't know what you're doing right now.
I dropped my mic. Was it all kinds of loud shit?
It was bad. It was bad.
I bet
It was
everybody
bad
hates
for
me.
everybody.
I
hate you right now.
Everybody's looking at this top down. I'm trying to show my army. My headphones aren't long enough. It's just not working, dude.
Wow.
Yeah,
More Patreon support. We need wireless headsets.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh god, I just hope I don't break all my models while I turn them around here. This is terrible camera work right now. But you know what? I'm doing it, James.
Yeah, but I'm saying Red Butchers, you can have basically a badass Terminator Lord with the Gorefather just doing work.
Yeah, that's sweet. That's sweet. I don't hate that. All right, my list is on the screen, James.
I don't see it.
I know
you want to know why? Because there's a delay.
You know what's crazy? Chapter.
I see myself.
Chapter proof's pretty crazy. What we got here is 3 Lord Discordants with the Flawless Host, and actually, and then a super heavy detachment with 2 Lord of Skulls and a Brass Scorpion. And we were looking today, and it looks like that I'm going to go Iron Warriors with this super heavy detachment, so that I can heal 3, and so that I can re-roll the amount of dice for my hits and my damage.
Yeah, that's what they all do.
Yeah, and I got a bunch of D6 shots. Like the Brass Scorpion has 2 different D6 shot weapons. His pistols are 2 D6 flamer pistols. So yeah, and the cool thing is with that stratagem for Iron Warriors, you can reroll 1 or all. So if I rolled like a 6 and a 2, I could reroll just the single 2. You know. But nice. Damn, dude, Dark Apostle with 2 Disciples, a Master of Possessions, Cursed Earth, and Infernal Power, 3 Lord Discordants from the Flawless Host with the crazy Blender Disco, and then 2 fucking Lord of Skulls with the Brass Scorpion. That is a beat stick list.
You're sold in the Dark Apostle, huh?
What other suggestion would you have?
Well, I'm just asking. Like, are you sold on him? Like,
I like him a lot.
All right. What power do you use him with?
I use Infernal Power and Cursed Earth.
No, Dark Apostle.
Oh, for him, which one do I do? It's either the -1 to hit or the +1 to hit. Or it's not +1 to hit. What is it? Reroll ones? No, that's Infernal Power. I can't remember. I'll double check.
That's important.
I know there's the Benediction and I got the old Battle Scribe here. It looks fun. I've not even got to run it yet, but it looks like the kind of list that I would enjoy. But oh, thanks for the sub out there, Ooga Ooga.
Ooga Ooga.
Nice. You must like the content despite my crazy camera work.
Ooga Ooga.
Dude, I don't have. I usually choose Warp Side Plea, I think.
And what does that one do? I just know by what they do.
Double checking. It is add 1 to hit rolls for attacks made with ranged weapons. So
+1 to hit.
Yeah, it basically makes me 2-ups to hit.
From what?
When I shoot these Brass Scorpions or Lord of Skulls.
Gotcha, because you're not using Lord of Discordants for them. You're just going off of. I got it. Makes sense.
Oh, weird. Chris can see video and audio on Twitch. Huh. As he should. I don't know why that was happening to our other friend. But yeah, I mean, it makes you 2-ups to hit with one of your. You got to pick somebody, or is it an aura? I think it's an aura straight up.
I don't remember how it's worded. I've just test played the Dark Apostle many times, and I'm not sold on it because it's 100. Well, it was 100 points. I haven't tested him with his new point value, but it's a 3-up. Like, it's not guaranteed for a model that is worth so many points.
Well, with the Disciples is a 2-up.
Yeah, but you're paying more points.
It's 10
More,
points though.
more, more models on the board.
It's super cheap.
And you're gonna get bombed by Necrons and you're gonna lose it all. And you're
Meh.
like, damn, that sucks.
I've only ran it when I take just all of these demon engines. I mean, I think it's dope. But you're saying that the on its own the Lord Discordance would give +1 to hit, so it's kind of redundant, right?
Yeah, they give. I thought you were going for an extra +2, but you're already like going to be hitting on twos anyways with the +1.
It's mainly the discos are going to probably run up in people's face and try to be that first front line, and the super heavies will be the shooting in the second
The
wave.
discos can't work anyways because of the Legion. And if you have all those dudes also in the flawless,
Which they can't,
then
because you don't have to be Slanesh for flawless. Yeah, you do. Slanesh
y-
only for
y-
flawless, so.
yeah, but it's not only that. All the keywords for your buffs are Legion in brackets.
Yeah.
So like you can't help them.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're
So
kind of
you're
independent.
so they're only helping your Lord Discordants who already give a +1 to hit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I do need to fix that up, huh?
Jimmy, you can do as you please, bro.
I could go with a -1 to hit option, but maybe there's a better choice than the Dark Apostle. Man, that's fair feedback, you know?
I'm just not a big fan. And then also, if we're gonna play that list at Adepticon, it would be illegal because of the Brass Scorpion.
That's dumb.
Hey, I'm not the one who makes the rules. I'm just telling you the rules.
But also, we have to, like, confirm that that's even the case, right? Because
It is. It is. I literally, as we were speaking, I was looking it up to make that claim or not. When it's a power level cap of 30.
Oh. Well, that makes me
Loris
sad.
Gold is good because the first FAQ it was involved in dropped its power level.
Well, then what I'll do then is that I'm going to trade out the Brass Scorpion for a Chitin.
You can definitely do that. You'll have
And-
extra points.
Yep, and I'll just ditch the I'll reconsider the Dark Apostle and use those extra points from the Chitin, and I'll see what else I can throw in. Maybe I'll throw in some Demon Prince or something. It'd be great to get some Slanesh demons in there to get some advance and charge on those discos.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there's rules are obviously meant to be
I
broken.
know that's what I was looking at. Nice.
I agree that they're meant to be wiggled with. That's for sure. And I'm all about finding those wiggles. I mean, damn. That's how I play my combat. But unfortunately, the synergy's not there and power cap.
Well, that was that weird thing. Adepticon last year, we saw the Seraptic running around, and nobody said shit about it.
But it might not have been like for the champs or one of those things. It could have been for something else.
That's fair.
That's the thing about these big conventions that have all these different events going on. They all have different rules for their own events.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep, because this is under the 40K champions, which is what RGT is modeling after.
Yeah. You know, this is kind of preemptive here, but I'm pretty excited that Battlegrounds and my buddy Brad and I and others in the community here are working on trying to throw our own con over the next couple years.
Fantastic.
It's an obvious evolution for full-time tournament organizers like ourselves. I look forward to the day. We're starting to scope out hotels and stuff now and look into how that stuff operates. So pretty exciting to be evolving in that direction. I'm reading Paintball. He's like, yeah, organized events are probably a bad place to break rules, especially Adepticon. These nowadays with the way the internet is, being, I think there was a meme that's like you can for LVO. It's like feel free, if you're gonna break the rules, just don't do it on camera. There's been a lot of sensationalism about those that have had certain quirks with their play styles or ways of jumping around the rules. I mean, etiquette is a big deal when it comes to, having that social contract with your opponent and not giving the feel badsies. It's one thing to lose, especially with today's meta, man, with these crazy new Marines just wiping, you went first, you just wipe them off the board. You better play correct if you're going to just wreck somebody with this new meta. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you better have something that kills power armor pretty regularly.
Oh,
and really quickly.
You know what's fun, James, is another thing that's cool about the Iron Warriors is that the thing that I wanted to do, even though I don't think this list is in this vein, but my goal with my list building right now is kill Marines, obviously. I want to kill Centurions, I want to kill Repulsors, I want to kill Marines. And the Iron Warriors have a strat that's only for when you fight Imperial Fist, and you get to reroll all your hits and wounds. So it's basically Demon Forge, but you would be able to Demon Forge and do this like hateful something, something vengeance, whatever. An Iron Warrior strat. So kind of cool, to have an extra buff against the Imperial Fist.
I suppose.
Yeah, nothing crazy though. Do you have a better Legion you would suggest for that super heavy detachment?
No, Iron Warriors because of the healing factor.
Yeah,
I mean,
healing 3 is pretty sick.
that's really where it's at. Or you go. I think Night Lords have something else also. I can't remember off the top of my head.
They did have some stuff that was helpful. Yeah,
Yeah, so
it
I
felt
would
weird.
fall under one of those two.
Yeah, it felt weird. For some reason, just Night Lords don't scream corn to me, but I get it.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
If you were going to make a chaos list without thinking of Rule of Cool, that was oriented around screwing over Centurions and Repulsors and things like that, is there certain things that your mind gravitates to? Obviously, Warp Talents and like Overwatch
Yeah,
ignoring.
a lots of warp talents, to be honest with you, because the fact is, through Iron Warrior or not Iron Warriors, uh, why can't I think of it right now? I just said it. I just said it. The lightning guys. Why can't I think of it right now?
Oh, Night Lords.
Night Lords. There it is. They have a way to get Raptors into combat with the 3d6 charge, and then Emperor's Children has the 9-inch guaranteed charge with because you take Raptor Host, and it gives you the +2 inches, and then they give you 6 +3 inches. So you get, because it turns all one of your dice to a flat 6, then you still get the other d6, and then it gives you +3 inches, and then Raptor Host gives you another +2 inches.
Yeah,
So
no, that sounds good. I was just laughing at Paintflow. Paintflow's cracking me up. He says he says corn sounds perfect for Adepticon. Midwest loves them some corn.
that's right. But yeah,
But so
those
besides
two,
Warp Talents,
those
is
two legions allow Warp Talents to guarantee inside of a charge, and then because of that, you can basically fill those detachments with things that shoot twice. Obliterators with noise or with Ember's Children shooting twice. I mean, now that they're 95 points again, still got Power Fists. They're able to make that kind of charge because you can put it on them because they're infantry.
yeah,
So you can do the Raptors from Night Lords with them in the Reptile host, and then you can do the Devastation.
Doctrine.
No, it's not Doctrine. It's the detachment, the
Oh,
specialist detachment,
yeah.
where you can shoot before the game begins or whatever, and you get some extra damage to buildings and vehicles. Those guys, you do them Emperor's Children, so you can shoot stuff, you still make a charge. So you have obliterators that have power fist and all that shooting power to shoot twice. They can literally drop in, shoot 2 different units and kill them, and then charge another unit guaranteed and kill it. So 1 unit of fucking dudes just wiping out 3 units is pretty.
Yeah, that sounds solid. Yeah, so it's basically you got to have your tech, and you take, you're using detachments and stratagems and specialist detachments to be able to achieve the different solutions you need to fighting Marines. And part of
Yeah,
it is overcoming their Overwatch, being able to get in there,
yep,
remove the screens,
absolutely,
and by dropping in from reserves that avoids you being shot.
yep.
Yeah.
And then everything else you keep on the board, you want it to be like armor value 7 or higher.
So let me ask you this: Are plague bearers a thing of the past?
Plague bears are a thing of the past because that one extra point increase, and then everyone else's re-rolling hits became re-roll all hits instead
Yeah.
of just re-roll misses.
Yeah.
That changed things dramatically because their biggest thing was, oh, you re-roll your misses, but I hit on a 3, but now I have -2 on me, so that 4 and 5, or that 3 and 4 that you normally would have hit, you don't get to re-roll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now you only get to re-roll your 1s and or your 2s or whatever, and by just re-rolling like less dice, you get less hits. And now that they're a point more on top of opponent having a better shooting, they're just kind of gone. I mean, I'd rather use Nurglings.
Yeah.
And I used to make that like argument before all that happened,
Right.
because of the way stratagems are. Like Alpha Legion now has a way to basically get Cloud of Flies, so you can't target them unless they're the closest. So Nurglings are great just to drop in wherever you want them to drop in and block out for other units.
Man, I'm sure if Chris was on here, he'd be raving about the FAQ that went down for the Tyranids new book, the, what is it, something a ball or whatever.
Yeah, the Tyranids and Blood Angels got in the same book.
Apparently they got a smackdown with the FAQ a little bit.
It's unfortunate because Chaos just got the favor because that Terminator now with the Gorefather, he gets an extra attack when he comes into charge. Now an extra one because of the Assault Shock Troop or whatever the Chaos version is. So he's getting 2 extra attacks in the charge or being charged. So what is that? 7 attacks with the Gorefather, and then he automatically attacks twice because you upgraded him to Butcher. That's 14 attacks that are what -2 flat 3 damage.
Yeah, jeez.
And then you can make him an extra -1 AP, and then you can fight another time if you wanted to for another 3 CP. Like,
Whoa.
that dude can just wreck people.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so, like, you have him and Cardin in your list, and you're just fucking everything up as far as close combat goes.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, both those dudes can't touch anything in the air.
Yeah, that's the thing. That was the list I just showed. I was super excited about. I mean, I got like some flamer style weapons, and I can hit really well, but I still can't charge anything up there.
You know what my favorite thing is about, like, having just a single infantry dude with the jetpack? Is if you place your guys correctly, the only way that they can get close enough to, like, snipe your dude with the plane is by getting within the 3 inches. And so many times have I positioned my guys, and this is like advanced thinking, when you're moving along the board and they have flyers, and you know that their flyers can snipe stuff, I set traps. Like, okay, you can snipe this guy right here, but if you don't kill him, he's going to heroically intervene, and now he's going to kill you. I
Totally.
do it all the time, and I love it. So, like, to take everything with fly out of my list would just hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I feel that. Man, the last time I did a heroic intervention on a bat rep, like there was so much. That rule is always misread or not read entirely. Like particularly, it's just like the most common thread with the heroic intervention is everyone believes that you're, you know, the most default thought process is that, okay, I'm able to heroic intervene if my character is within 3 inches of a charging model. And that's not how it works, right? Like, that's part of how it works. But in addition, it's much more open than that. You can heroically intervene anytime there's an enemy model at the end of the charge phase within 3 inches of any of your characters.
Yep.
So what that means is, like, even if someone charges you and they get within, they don't base your model, that means at the end of the charge, you can still heroic intervene and move 3 inches toward the nearest enemy. It could mean that you could heroic to a non-charging model, you know, at all. It doesn't even, there doesn't even have to be charging models. If they like try to make a wall in front of you so you can't get by them, and they get within 3 inches of your character, it doesn't matter whether they charge you or not. You're able to then heroically intervene.
Dude, the Master of Execution is even like more open-ended in a weird way, because he gets a 6-inch heroic intervention only to characters.
Oh.
And if you heroically intervene to the nearest to a character that's within 6 inches, it says you must move to the nearest character, but it does not say you must land on that character. So you can have a unit that's 5 inches away, and then the character that's 5.5 inches away, and you can heroically intervene because that character is there, but go into the unit that's not the character.
Sure. Sure. It just allows you the movement. Now you're fighting something that you really want to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
So,
and then, you know, people get confused too, like when they declared a charge against everything but the character that's heroically intervening, and then you heroic intervene into them, sometimes their instinct is, now I can fight that guy. But of course you can only fight what you charged.
oh, dude, yeah. Or you get a little even crazier where, like, you pile in. It always says you must end your move closer to your nearest enemy model. And let's say They have another model that you could touch, but it's a little outside the 1 inch range of fighting. And let's say you didn't make that charge. When you go to, you declared it, you can then pile into the one you've actually made and put yourself within the inch of the other model, and
Yeah.
now charge it because it was or attack it because it was a target, even though you didn't make that charge,
Sure.
but you declared it.
Totally. And that matters a lot for fight twice mechanics as well.
Oh, dude, it's huge. And it's also huge when they did not think that you were going to make the charge because it was like an 11-inch charge, but the other unit was like a 6-inch charge.
Yep.
But you were able to bring a guy closer that now once you get 3 inches, you definitely made it to the other guy.
Yeah, and also that comes in clutch when you multi-charge a unit so that the first unit hopefully kills the target, allowing you to then do your pile-in. Hell, maybe a pile-in even consolidate into the unit that was 6 inches away but was declared as a charge, then fight twice and fight it anyways.
Yes, I do it all the time, especially since I use berserkers as my troops. One thing though that I really hate about it though is you have to declare that charge, and
Oh.
if it's something like Necrons with Tesla, it is a scary declaring of that charge.
Totally. I got to hand it to, Connor has ran some clinics on the channel a few times where I've ran against him the 3d6 charging bloodletters a bunch of times, things that have absurd charge distances from dropping in. And, if you're a competent player on how to screen that stuff out, you can make it so that your frontline screen, none of the juicy targets behind it are even within declaration range. So if you know they have deep strike chargers, even if it is 3d6 charging warp talons or auto 9-inch charging deep strikers, if you make it so there's no good targets within 12 inches of their deep strike, they're never going to be able to hit anyways.
And you know who's the best at doing that as far as army wise? Marines, because their new Phobos armor Marines allows you to not drop in within 12 inches of them.
Yeah. Yeah. So that means even with a 3d6 charge and these warp talons, you're not even going to get to target them in the first place.
Not even get to target them.
Yep. Yeah, that stuff
So
hurts.
That's when board control becomes super prevalent, and having tough things that can just run the board. And that's why I'm a huge fan of rhinos, man. People really underestimate how good a rhino is.
Yeah, I still haven't been able to fall in love with them for sure, but I'm not running
Oh
a bunch of
man,
berserkers yet.
it's not even just berserkers. If you took, let's say, red corsairs just for the tack, just 5-man units, just add 2 rhinos in it.
What is 65 points piece?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty affordable.
Okay, so now you paid the tax to get the command points, but now you also have 2 toughness 7 vehicles on the board with extra wounds with those guys inside that are obsec, so you can put them on an objective in the rhino, and then when it pops, they still have to pop out. And when people are charging and stuff, they can destroy you and not be in range to charge you afterwards. There's different ways to play it, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I block off things so I can't get charged. You have to go into the rhino first. They're such an amazing screen.
Yeah, no, that's sweet.
And they're so cheap.
Yeah.
And who cares if your shit gets wrapped up? I mean, it's only 5 Marines inside or 10 Marines inside.
I'm definitely, this is a little off side topic here, but I'm definitely drooling on the idea of what Space Wolves are going to get with these new rules that come out. Man, I want freaking fallback and charge. I want it all, man. I want it all. I want everything everybody else has.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Dude, I know this is Sigmar, but Tzeentch is about to get updated in Sigmar, so I'm pretty excited about that too.
I'm a little disappointed in their endless spells. I thought they'd be way cooler.
They didn't look as cool as I'd hoped either.
It's literally just symbols of flames or the bird head that's made of flames.
Yeah, they weren't that cool for sure.
It's almost like they just took models they had and said, you know what, let's put these pieces together, and that's it.
A little lazy.
They could have went real twisted with it,
Yeah.
Made some dope portals, and they could have did real cool stuff, and I was heavily disappointed.
I agree. But, hey, I'm excited for new rules and hopefully having them be more top tier than they are right now. Because I get my ass kicked in Sigmar when I run Tzeentch, to tell the truth.
Well, you're sitting on a bunch of Tzeentch, so I can imagine why you want to play them.
Exactly. They have. I know they have a Lord of Change detachment where you can spit them out extra fast, and it's designed to summon a whole bunch of them really fast. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. That's the only
That is
tournament.
cool.
That's the only tournament we're gonna run this month, James. Is January 18th. We're gonna do 1,000-point 4x4 table Sigmar tournament, just for a funsy one to kind of kick off January. But that's the only one Warp Charge is involved with this month.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then February 1st, that's my birthday, and that's 1 year since we moved into the store. So 1 year, that's going to be an Infinity tournament that we're going to stream. I'm excited about that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this year is a leap year. Get an extra day in February.
Oh yeah, I didn't know. Hell if I know, dude. I barely know what day it is.
Well, you get an extra day.
Hell yeah. I'm reading what Connor's saying here. This is a different Connor than Connor we know. He says, what about the detachments and Vigilus? Not quite sure what he's describing on that one.
That's the specialist detachments. That's like I use the Demon Forge detachment for my Catan.
Yeah, I use the Soul Forge. That's what you meant. Soul Forge.
Yeah, Soul Forge, yes.
It lets you active full profile and advance in charge.
Yeah. You know what it sucks, and I've been called out on it because I didn't realize it, but a night player called me out on it right away. And he said it before I ever did it.
Yeah.
Like I told him I have this strat, and then it was a situation where he's like, "Hey, check this wording on your strat real quick," and you can only put yourself back at full profile at the beginning of the phase.
Oh.
So let's say your knight is perfectly fine, or Catan, whatever, and they hurt you. You can't, when it's your turn to attack back, you can't boast yourself back up. You had to like preemptively do that strat before they ever did any damage on you.
Gotcha, yeah.
And I was like, ooh, that's a good catch.
Yeah, it is a good catch. That type of stuff matters. You know what's excellent for that?
Or like Demon Forge has to be in your turn, not your opponent's turn.
Oh, that's important too, yeah. You know, when that stuff happens is definitely, that's where the gotcha hammer comes in, but also the more experienced, more well-versed player can pull that stuff out, and that's where you learn stuff at events too, which is part of the fun of it.
But what sucks is these type of stratagems, like so many people misplay, and if it's not your army, you don't realize it.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Like, you get cheated all the time. Like, well, I know for a fact I've used the Demon Forge in someone else's turn before I ever actually read it and was like, oh, you're right, motherfucker, because it's the same as Necron's Destroyers. Is they get to reroll everything the same way, but they can only use it for Destroyers, but it has to be in their turn, and Demon Forge is read the same way.
Yeah, I think I might have showed this on an episode before, but you're reminding me, and I got to show it again, dude. I wish they had this for 40K. There's a site called AOS Reminders, and I just want to show this to our audience here in case they haven't checked it out. But I wish this existed because it's such a great way to handle what we're talking about. So this guy has made this amazing site. It looks like Davis E. Ford here, and it's totally free. And all you do is, like, for one, in Sigmar, like a Archeon is a ridiculously rule-heavy model here. So I'm going to select something he's in. Here's Corn, and then we're going to type in Archeon, and we're going to choose them. And everything that I choose is in my army list. It gives an entire breakdown of phase by phase within the game, so you don't mess up the start of the phase stuff. So here's my during the game abilities. Here's all the stuff that Archeon can do for wound allocation. Here's what I do at the start of the hero phase. Here's what I do during the hero phase. Here's what I do at the end of the movement. And if I had something at the start of movement, during movement, end of movement, it would break all three of those down into categories. During the combat phase, into the combat phase, start of the combat phase, it tells you every single rule that you might have for your army within each phase of the game, start, middle, and end of it. And that is so helpful. The fact that it instantly spits that crap out is insane, dude.
Yeah, that's really important, especially like orcs, for instance.
Yeah.
Like, they have so much shit going on in every phase, including their opponents.
Yeah, I mean, like your artifacts, your warlord traits, your fucking, your legion abilities, your unit by units, your auras, your characters, etc., your stratagems. It's clutch. Even like in Khorne and Age of Sigmar, they have the blood type table back like we used to have in the Demonkin days. And there's what's sick about the blood type table is that there's both a summoning table, or you can do actions with the blood types, and each of those actions happen in different phases of the game. that it breaks down for you in your reminders, so you're never missing a beat, which is awesome for streaming as well, because as I play multiple game systems, I just pop out AOS reminders and I am reminded of everything my army does, you know? It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful thing.
I agree.
I just got all Twitter pated inside. I started thinking about playing Infinity Adepticon. Oh my god.
Shut your mouth.
Anyways, yeah. So what else is happening in life? What next books do we got going on?
Tau.
Tau. Who they gonna be partnered with?
Tau.
Oh, it's just a Tau book all by itself.
No clue. I'm just assuming it's Tau all by themselves.
Weird. Because everybody
It's
else is having a
Tau.
partner, right?
I don't care. It's Tau.
Okay.
Shut your Tau mouth.
I'm answering. There's a Paintflow exception. Paintflow, I hope you caught the initial heads up that we created an additional Infinity channel. And today was the first bat rep we did with 4 cameras and put our first live bat rep on the additional Infinity channel. It's called Infinity the Game Battle Reports. I'm going to get a link for you here, actually. But yeah, please go check it out, send it around and stuff. Excited about it. Especially excited about this new 4th camera integration and what it does for the quality of our videos. It's gonna be good.
And it wouldn't have happened without Patreon.
Yeah, no kidding. Thank you so much, everyone. We got to figure that shit out, though. We're bleeding a little bit, guys, mainly when you're overseas. We really appreciate our friends from across the ocean there, but damn, it's a lot to ship you shit. It really is. Infinity, the game, battle reports. I thought this would pop right up, man. We got to get more subs. Like, we're just out in it. We're nowhere out there in the world. Even when I type in the exact name of our channel, nothing comes up. This is bad.
Wow. They hate you.
Maybe it wasn't a good choice to pick the most searchable term.
You did.
I found it, thank God. All right, I'm going to share this with you friends on the chat here.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Wow.
Wow.
There we go.
All right, you have your Infinity talk. I'm gonna check out later.
Wait, what am I talking about? Oh no. I got it. No, I'll figure something out. But yeah, let's see. So we got Tau coming. That's strange too. I don't really want to see Tau ripping up the meta right now.
Oh, dude, they're already still ripping up the meta. Like, Chapter Proof didn't hurt them. So,
Yeah.
like, I don't know what to say about it. Like, they're already good. I can only see them getting better.
I don't know. The new Chaos stuff with the Warp Talons and shit definitely is a big fuck you to Tau.
Oh, dude, it's good. I have yet to play it, but I have theorized how it would play. But I just don't play enough games lately. I mean, I've been on the back burner for a little bit. I don't see myself really playing and digging in until Adepticon.
What is Tau Dark saying? Convention streamers should use that so they know when things happen for armies they don't normally play. Yeah, totally, man. Yeah, he's talking about AOS reminders. Yeah, it's such a great tool. That guy's a saint for making that. That had to take so much legwork to produce that website.
Shout out to that guy. Shout out to Battle Scribe. Shout out to Best Coast Pairing.
Yeah, no doubt.
Those are like essential tools.
We do really have some amazing tools in our day and age.
Shout out to ITC.
Yeah. No
I
doubt.
also like their app. I use their app every time I play ITC missions now.
Yeah, and that got integrated into Best Coast Pairing too. Best Coast and the ITC Battle app group joined forces there.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can actually score your event. The score that you put inside the ITC Battle app, you can go directly to your Best Coast Pairing score.
I have yet to try out the Rightful Ruler yet, but I do want to try that.
What is there?
Rightful Ruler. I believe you shared that. I think that's how I found out about it.
Rightful Ruler?
The augmented reality app.
Yeah, I just saw that the other day.
Yeah, I've yet to try it. They just came out with their beta, and you need the augmented reality something chip or whatever. So the newest iPhones do it. I think the iPads do it, at least the newer ones. But the iPhones 8s don't.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can basically just look, augmented reality like Pokemon Go or whatever. You can look through your phone or device and be able to see when you look at the board, it'll recognize the board and show your deployment zone. So you can literally just look through your phone and see that all your models are correctly placed and things of that nature.
Yeah, and then it puts an inch by inch grid on the board. So as you look in your phone, you know how many inches you traveled and all that without having to see it.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet, man.
Oh, dude, from what I've seen from people testing it without me trying it, it seems pretty accurate from all the videos I've seen. Which is cool if you don't have your ruler with you. You have like this substitute by just like pulling up augmented reality.
What did Chris just did some nonsense? I don't know what he did. A super sticker. He got access to a super sticker. And he says 740 CLP assault shaker.
He's shaking it like a salt shaker.
I don't know. It was pretty cool. Maybe something happened that we couldn't see because I'm not looking.
I want to report him. Am I allowed to report him? I want to
Yeah,
report him for
report,
throwing
report,
salt.
report Chris.
I'm going to report him for throwing salt.
Everybody, if you're able to report Chris right now, let's see what happens.
Oh, no. Oh, no. What did you do?
Oh, man. Dude, somebody jumped on the stream the other day. We were just chilling. It was a low-key stream, just like, I haven't done this in a while. I'm going to turn on the old cameras, get a game going. And just like first comment was this dude jumped on. He's just like, there's unpainted models on the table. That's just all he said. I'm like, no shit, dude. I wanted to light him up, James. I wanted to report him. I didn't want to report him. I wanted to just like light him up. And then everybody's like, dude, don't feed the trolls,
Hey, no. No, that troll is not a troll. He's a saint. He's an absolute saint. He fucking told you that there's unpainted models on the table as a quick, like, passive-aggressive way to be like, dude, fucking paint your models.
I totally knew there was unpainted models. They weren't even my models, and most of the board was painted, and it looked beautiful. I was like, God
paint your model.
damn, some bitch, man.
If you're not going to paint your models, support a local artist. That's all I got to say.
That's fair. That's fair. See, that's why I talk about these things so I can get my, put back in my place and get some perspective. That guy was right. I am the asshole. And what are we doing turn on cameras to gray models? That is bullshit.
And you don't know how to paint. I'm already loaded with paint and stuff. So basically, that dude should just give us money every time he sees unpainted models, so that we can pay for them to be painted.
Yeah. There, I like that perspective too. Yeah, so instead of like reporting them or jazzing them up online, feeding the trolls, I should be like, sounds like you're trying to offer us cash right now. Thanks, buddy.
That's how I see it, bro. Because honestly, we're taking fun serious enough to play with our models.
Come on.
And not leave them in a box just on the shelf because we're never going to get around to them.
Come on.
That's not taking fun seriously. That's taking hoarding seriously.
Tau Dark cracking me up. There are unpainted hosts on the show. Pff, amateurs. No shit, right? You're right, Tau Dark. You're right. Tau Dark, are you going to Nova or Adepticon, man? I'd love to be able to give a big high five and say what's up, my friend. I hope to see you soon. James and our crew are indecisive about what we're going to actually do at Adepticon on the participation level there.
Well, the tickets sold out very fast again.
They did.
And 4-mans is really difficult to actually get a group together.
Yeah.
Because, it's a lot of money, man. You're talking like $160, I think, is the ticket price, not more.
Really?
Well, it's 4 people,
Oh, yeah.
So it's $40 a head, I believe. And at least that's what it was. It might be more now.
That makes sense.
I didn't even bother to look because you need 4 people that are dedicated. Last year we had a team of 4 and one person was MIA. And it's kind of hard to do. You got to get people there on time. It's a lot. So we're at the stage of we're going to play it Chris style. We're going to show up. We're going to bring our miniatures painted. And we're going to get into games.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that should work out. Dude, like, there's so
True backup plan, I will have Blood Bowl with me.
That's
my backup plan.
There you go. You said you got your Minotaur painted up. You gone any further?
He's not painted. He's built.
Oh,
I have him built. I have my cheerleaders built. I have my star player built. And I have 2 backers built.
Cool. Good times.
Yeah.
I got a whole Blood Bowl setup over here. I haven't busted out or tried I wonder how much I haven't searched or anything. I wonder how many bat reps and stuff are up with that and how popular it is. Probably not that crazy.
I'm sure it's not that crazy, but it is a fun game.
Yeah.
and it gives you a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
You should always have something else to change your pace.
I think that's important. And I'm really glad to hear you say that, James, because I feel like you've evolved a little bit over the last few years.
Well, you have to imagine. This is about to be my fifth Adepticon, and as soon as I started playing miniatures, I went to Adepticon. So it's kind of like my hallmark of how long I've been playing miniature games, and it's really only been just a little over 5 years of playing tabletop miniature games. Until then, I just made fun of all nerds, and yeah, I have to evolve, man. I saw 40K as a dope game. I didn't want to play anything else. But after a while, man, you just see how cool miniatures are, and then you try out another game like a demo, and you're like, well, that's a cool game too.
Yeah, totally.
Before you know it, I'm gonna start LARPing.
It's yeah. It seemed like for a second there, the story here has a. I showed it on the channel a few talk shows back, but we got an awesome like Crisis Protocol game. The Marvel board game that's out there.
I could be about it if I was allowed to paint my miniatures. Are they all pre-painted?
No, they're totally made to paint.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, the best part about the game is you get to fucking throw terrain around. Like if there's cars and trash cans and stuff, you get to pick them up and throw them at people. So I mean that's super fun.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I thought we were gonna do a little bit of coverage on that, but I don't know. It's weird to me how it's kind of like Magic the Gathering has such a hold on the trading card game industry that if a game can't like swim in the big sea with Magic the Gathering, or like you can't swim in the tabletop world of, I mean hell, I think there was a post here just recently about what is it, FFG? What is that? Field? That's not Fantasy Flight Games. They're the ones that do the Star Wars Legion, Armada, X-Wing. They just laid off a whole bunch of employees. Spiky Bits just did a big article about a giant employee layoff. It's a crazy world right now with the amount of saturation and accessibility there is. While popularity is growing so large, the way that it's sad when a good game can't live, kind of thing. Age of Sigmar Champions, for example, the trading card game. Shadespire, another one that just kind of went up and went down real fast, I don't know. I guess it's all about your kind of neck of the woods as well, and just the community that exists where you're at.
Absolutely. I didn't want to interrupt you, but when Paintflow was saying Affinity's a great game, it's like, I want to just hate it out of spite of just George. But honestly, the minis are dope. I've painted them before for commissions, and I could see myself playing that game if there's a community to support it around here.
Yeah.
I am not one to start a community around a new game that I've never played. I'm more or less, I'll jump into one that's been there. But because my buddies at Shops Closed Podcast, they're doing their Blood Bowl thing, so that's why I even tried Blood Bowl. If they weren't so cool and like to drink beer, I probably wouldn't have even gotten the Blood Bowl.
Yeah. It's important that somebody has to wave the flag and be the person that kind of takes the brunt of the lack of people playing and keep driving it home,
I know. You really need a gateway drug. You need someone to help you through that door.
Yeah. Paintflow is so right, though. Infinity is amazing.
Shut your damn mouth.
I played a couple days games today, and god damn, do I love that game. It is so
Shut up.
Good. Okay.
Shut it. It's not Infinity Channel. You go on your own damn channel.
Yeah.
We put George in his box. He has his own channel to talk about this, and don't let him invade this channel. If anyone hears him talk about Infinity, remind him to go paint some miniatures.
Paintflow exception. Thank you. Appreciate you. It's even got Scottish Highlanders demonstrated a dozen kilts, he says. Let's see what Taldark says. It says, did you know that Marvel game was created by the design team who created WMH? I don't know what WMH is. I can't think of that. I can't think
War
of that.
Machine Horde? War Machine Horde?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Put it together.
I couldn't do it. I'm getting a
Put
little...
it together.
Paintflow is doing some kilty boys right now. That's the Caledonians, for those that are wondering there. Sectorial of Ariadna. No big deal.
I'd green stuff dicks on all of them. Just so you could look under the skills.
That's taking fun seriously for sure.
Hey, you gotta take it serious, bro.
Cracking me up. Paintflow is hilarious. Oh, man. Well, shit, dude. We've hit the hour mark, and we're definitely starting to run on empty here. At least my mind is.
Hey, this is the first one of the year, bro. We missed the last one of last year. We missed the first one of this year. And now we got the first one out of the way. That's realness.
Yeah, we did things. Yeah, so here we are, and we'll be back next week, and there's going to be games being filmed. I'm excited about that. We got a fourth camera integration. Got a
We
new.
might have Chris back.
Yeah,
What?
Chris is coming back to America. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. February 22nd is going to be huge. I'm really excited about that. And yeah, it's going to be a good year, friends.
I know at this point, if I even wanted to go, I'd be on the wait list too.
Yeah,
Shit.
I don't even know how to get you in there at this point. It's gone
Yeah.
beyond. It's beyond us now.
It's beyond us, bro. It's a
Yep.
life of its own. We're giving away everything.
That's right.
Just come have fun, play games at Battlegrounds in Richmond, Virginia.
Oh
Keep taking
yeah.
fun serious, guys.
Big love, Poxus. Just shout outs. Happy New Year's and see you in February. It'll be good to see you again, man. It's gonna be great. But hell yeah, everybody, appreciate you. Keep taking fun serious, and we'll catch you next time.